What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video, and as people know, there is a new season coming up fairly soon, and it's going to contain 3 new pinnacle weapons. Today we're going to be talking about the Crucible pinnacle weapon, and we're going to show you some submachine guns and some underrated submachine guns that people kind of pass by, and just tell you which ones are going to be good. Aztec Cross did make a video, and this is inspiration from it, but there's also a lot more underdogs SMGs that I play with a lot, and they're very good and they prove to be useful. So let's get into it. We're going to start off with some of the kinetic SMGs first. A lot of them are going to be mainly for dueling. If you want multi-kill SMGs, you're going to want like a risk runner, and that's pretty much it. That's what you want for your multi-kills, but for kinetic, first of all, the Atalanta D is one of the best weapons for this, as it's a 600 RPM SMG. If you can get one with kill clip on it, you're fortunate. But mine has slideways and threat detector, which is pretty good because you're going to be engaging into close range situations a lot. So I went with short zoom, high caliber rounds to kind of help. My mod is going to be freehand grip, as it's better from firing from the hip. Slideways, of course, is great. You're going to be sliding a lot with SMGs, and then threat detector is, once again, when you're right there, you're going to have that stability, and it's going to help. Some other ones that I really do want to mention, and they're very, very good. This is the only energy, or not the only energy weapon, but this is my favorite SMG in the game. This is going to be the Hero's Burden. This, in my opinion, is the god roll, and as you can see, the stats on it are fairly insane. It has a stability masterwork with a medium zoom SPO 28 front, meant for range, but it's a red dot. Ricochet rounds increases stability and increases range. Also, the ricochet is just an added benefit. You're not going to really want range as much as you want stability, but having both is insane, considering this weapon already has insanely high stability. Zen Moment causing damage with this weapon increases its stability. That's a no-brainer for SMGs. Zen Moment is one of the best perks. Seriously. Dynamic sway reduction. I can't talk today. When holding down the trigger, this weapon's sway reduction system boosts accuracy. God damn it. Accuracy over time. Accuracy is great because it increases the hitbox. Accuracy is tied to range, so having that range is going to help with this perk as well. Other than that, that's pretty much what I have in my vault. There's a lot of other stuff that I want to kind of cover, and yeah, let's get into it. So on our collections tabs, a lot of this stuff is going to be year one. If you're really looking for year one weapons, this is the video for you. There's a lot of very underrated stuff that we're going to be talking about. And we're going to first talk about the Antiope D. We all know this weapon. We all know how insanely strong it is. Ricochet rounds, kill clip, and GB iron short zoom sight. Putting a good old masterwork for stability is not bad. Allowing you to quickly wipe out people with this 600 RPM. One of the best for dueling, especially like kind of a range. Yeah, it's great. Let's talk about the some of the other ones. The New City is a very underrated weapon. Just pick it up. It has some of the best base handling and stability in there, and then you can get Accurize to kind of help, but I would stick with Tactical Mag. Quick Draw for obvious quick draw reasons, and then your masterwork, you want to go towards stability. If you want to go towards range, yeah, but 900 RPM SMGs are meant to just shred up close in duels, and this weapon does that job perfectly fine. Quick Step is another one that I really like, mainly because it has steady rounds, and that stability stat is pretty high. We're mainly looking at stability, especially on these 900 RPM ones. And then you want to go with SPO 26 front for that short zoom, dynamic sway reduction, one of my favorite. Obviously, you want your masterwork to be stability, but range on this wouldn't really hurt. The Aikilo shotgun has some of the best handling, like the best handling. Therefore, it's pretty snappy, and then you obviously want to use that threat detector. And fluted barrel is going to be your, or not fluted, small bore is going to be your best option, as it will just make this. And then obviously you want a stability masterwork. Anything else? I think the Death Adder would not be a bad option, considering it does have steady rounds, and it also has hip fire grip. It's also a lightweight frame. The impact is pretty nice. The extra stability from small bore is always nice, and it has one of the best stability stats. So, talking about some Year 2 weapons, let's, NEOP, obviously. The Hard Truths is something that I wouldn't recommend, mainly because the stability is just so bad. But the Pillager has, in my opinion, I think, the best handling speed in the entire game for SMGs, and it is randomized, so you can get something like Zen Moment, steady rounds, dynamic sway reduction, different barrels. It is one of the best weapons. I've gotten many Pillagers, but none of them were worth my time. Like, as you can see, here's a potential role, kill clip, outlaw, and high caliber rounds. And then you can also put polygonal rifling on there. Then you can also put, a mod like a counterbalance. And then your masterwork can obviously be a stability. And it is one of the best weapons. And you can even put, that on. So, handling stats really high. So, yeah. The Hero's Burden, we already talked about this. This is the best SMG in the game, in my opinion, as the stats are just overall great, and you don't really have to worry about getting a horrible roll. The rolls I go when it comes to to SMGs is meant to increase the stats of them, not really get like kill clip, but you can. Also, Red Mamba is really good. I've heard nothing but good things about it, as you can have two really good options of high caliber rounds or even steady rounds. And then Arrowhead Break, Full Bore, and Chambered Compensator is all things you just don't want to skip. The stability stat will be great to 900 RPM. Tap the trigger grants a short period of increased accuracy and stability, basically allowing you to start your gunfights off strong. This is one of the best SMGs for overall playstyle. This is going to be one of the strongest. Anything else? These two SMGs I've heard a lot about. Bad Reputation. This is just a random ass weapon, but I believe you can get kill clip. Ricochet rounds. If you can get ricochet rounds on an SMG, that is one of the best rolls you can get. Obviously, you want to go for a stability masterwork because it's not all that good, but a counterbalance mod will be your best bet. And then the Trackless Waste. In some ways, this is better than the Hero's Burden, because if you look at the stats overall, it has great overall stats. Just range, stability, handling, and reload speed, they're all right in with each other. So the Trackless Waste can come with so much. Rampage, an obvious must. You can go with Flared Magwell for that slightly increased stability. You can go and do so much with this Trackless Waste, and I'm thinking that this is one of the weapons that I'm gonna grind for, because it is a kinetic, so you can use a sniper rifle or even a shotgun with it. Rampage, Flared Magwell, or just ricochet rounds, like stability, counterbalance. That is like, come on. One of the best weapons, and it looks cool. I'll give it that. It looks pretty cool. So, I'm gonna scroll through all these real quick. The Mida Mini tool wouldn't be bad considering its handling stat is really high up there, and its stability stat, and it's a 900 RPM. So, yeah. The Conqueror 2 wouldn't be bad, as it's the Conqueror 2. Kill clip, steady rounds. Get yourself polygonal rifling or even floated barrel for a good mix between stability and handling. One of the best weapons for overall playstyle. Other than that, I have played a lot with this Forte 15. It's one of the best SMGs I've played with, personally. Green, but yet still shreds.
I can fix this.
Yeah. If you guys don't have it, or if you guys do have a decent roll, and it's pretty much all you have, the Breath of the Dragon wouldn't be bad. Because once again, this is one out of many potential rolls. Polygonal rifling, kill clip outlaw, high caliber rounds. Like, who doesn't want that? So, and also the Hero's Burden can roll with kill clip, and it can roll with moving target. It's a great overall, like SMGs have great rolls to begin with, so a lot of the SMGs in this area are some of the best to choose from, mainly because if you can also get a SMG with hipfire grip, that wouldn't be a bad option either, like the Death Adder. It wouldn't be bad. It would not be bad at all. So the top 5 I would recommend is at number 5, I would recommend definitely the Antiope. At number 4, I would honestly recommend the Conqueror. Number 3, the Trackless Waste. Number 2, the Bad Reputation. And number 1, of course, the Hero's Burden, as obvious reasons. But honorable mentions, the Death Adder, the Red Mamba. Like, they wouldn't be bad. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Just quick tips, SMGs to grind for. I know I'm going to be grinding this Trackless Waste like crazy. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, possibly subscribe. It would make my day. Peace out.